I used to get completely stuck in obsessive thinking to the point where it nearly completely took over my life. Today, I share 3 powerful tips that help me to let go of overthinking and to start living my life again. Tip 1 is choice. You can't choose what pops up into your consciousness, but you can choose how you respond to it, and that makes all the difference. For so many years, I was really lost with OCD. I felt like when a certain thought would pop up into my head, that I had to think about it, that I had to disprove it. And if I didn't, then, I was a bad person in some way, that, I had to find a way to kind of get certainty about that thing. And it was obviously a really horrible place to be. And this is where so many people with OCD find themselves. We go round in circles with our thoughts. We're looking for that certainty. And we forget that actually we have much more choice in this situation than we give ourselves credit for. I think one of the worst things about OCD is that it makes you feel disempowered. It makes you feel that you have to do these compulsions, that you don't have a choice. And, the reality is something different. So the big tip here is that when you find yourself caught in overthinking, try to kind of use this metaphor. Imagine that you've kind of come to a crossroads. And at that crossroads, obviously, there's kind of 2 roads that you can take. Either you take the road that is going to lead you into more overthinking, into getting more stuck and getting lost in those thoughts, which is, ultimately just going around in circles looking for certainty. Or there's another road that you can take. And this road, well, it leads to your values, to your goals, to all the things in life that you really want to be doing. If you're struggling with OCD and overthinking, I have a new 12-week program that is specifically designed to help you to break free from OCD. If you're interested, you can head over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com, or you can book in for a discovery call there as well. There's a link in the show notes. And we're constantly making decisions all day long about which path to take. Although a lot of the time we don't, it's not really conscious. We're not really, understanding that we can make that choice, because OCD disguises that. It makes it feel that we just have to do the same thing all the time. We always have to take the overthinking road. But the reality is that you don't. And of course, this is a skill. This can be very difficult at times, because to take the other road, which obviously involves you coming back into the present, focusing on your goals, focusing on your values, to take that road and to not just carry on overthinking is incredibly difficult. It took me, quite some time to be able to develop that skill. But that was really because I was in the darkness with that. I didn't know at that time that I had OCD, and I was doing all of the wrong things that was keeping me stuck. Once I started to learn about acceptance commitment therapy, and I really started to, to practice this idea of kind of, taking action despite the fact that I wasn't feeling quite ready in that moment, and, choosing to do something else other than ruminating, that's when things really began to change. And so, if you can remind yourself that even if you are ruminating and you're still overthinking, remind yourself that you're choosing to do that, because that puts the power back in your hands. It puts the ball in your court. And OCD doesn't want you to feel like that. It wants you to feel that you're disempowered. So remind yourself you're at a crossroads. You do have a choice. Which path are you going to take? Tip 2 is to choose action over thinking. So often, what we want to do is we want to sit there, we want to stay on the sofa, and we want to think about it more. I've been in this situation so many times where I've wanted to escape people. I wanted to be on my own. I didn't want to go to the party, or I didn't want to hang out with people. I didn't want to be fully in the conversation, because actually what I really wanted to do was to just think about the obsession more, to try to have more certainty about it. But when we choose action instead of thinking, when we choose to kind of, as I was talking about just a minute ago, to focus on our goals and our values, despite the fact that perhaps we're feeling very uncertain and very anxious in that moment, well, that's when things can begin to change, because when we choose action, we can get ourselves into a bit of a flow state. We can come into the present moment. And so often when we actually fully enter the present and we let go of all of that thinking for a short time, well, it begins to, the anxiety begins to move into the background a little bit. Although perhaps we didn't, come to a conclusion that made us feel safe or that made us feel better about the thing that we're obsessing about, because we chose to kind of leave it and to get on with something interesting to us, or something that just brings us into the present. It could even be something boring like cleaning, but if you choose to pay attention to that thing with all of your senses, if you mindfully really pay attention to it, it can bring you into the present, and it can disconnect you from that anxiety. Because when we come into the present moment, well, we don't really have anxiety if we're properly embodying the present. Anxiety is something, that's there when we think about the future, or we reflect on the past and all the things that we're telling ourselves that could go wrong. But really in the present moment itself, when we're doing things and we're really in our bodies, it's much harder for the OCD and anxiety to cause us too many problems. And tip 3 is to ask yourself, is this helpful? And really what I'm talking about here is trying to think of a practical way of letting go of the situation of overthinking. So often we're telling ourselves that we need to think about this. So often I would say to myself, I'm going to think about it one more time, and then I'm going to leave it. Then I'm going to kind of come back to the present. But of course, we never quite do, because every time we think about it one more time, of course, we want to think about it another time just to have a little bit more certainty. Or OCD comes up with a sneaky new way or a sneaky new thought. And before you know it, you're stuck in that trap again. So when we ask ourselves this question, is this helping me? Is it helpful? Really, what I'm asking you to do here is to kind of think about, is it helping me to not be in the present moment? Because obviously when we're thinking, what happens is we get distracted from all of the important stuff in our lives that is actually really important to us. We're disconnected from important people, from our family, from our friends. We're disconnected from our work. We're disconnected from our hobbies. Perhaps you stop doing things that are meaningful and important to you because of overthinking, because you're spending so much time looking for certainty. And obviously that's really sad if that's happening to you. So we want to find a way to be able to kind of come back to the present, and asking this question for me personally has been really, really helpful. So if you ask that question, is this helping? And, your response is, well, it's bringing me out the present. It's disconnecting me from my friends, and it's not allowing me to do the stuff that's important to me. Then, the answer to that question is no, this isn't helping me. And perhaps I can go and do something different. Now, there's one caveat here. Often people with OCD will tell themselves that actually the thinking that I'm doing right now is important because it's about keeping people safe, or making sure that things are going to be okay. And if I don't do this thinking, then I'm being irresponsible in some way. So this is actually helping me. But I really think that is actually just the OCD speaking. If you're nodding along saying, yeah, that's the kind of thing that I tell myself, I completely get that, because, I was telling myself that too for many years. But actually, this is just a trap of the OCD. Really, it's wanting you to kind of have certainty, and you can't have 100% certainty. The reality is that if you really want to, care about the people in your life and, to be connected with them, then the most important thing you can do is to let go of that overthinking right now in this moment and try to come back to the present, because then you can actually make a difference to the people in your life. So, if OCD is kind of being sneaky, it's catching you out with overthinking. It's doing a really good job at getting you to kind of think about things again and again and again. These 3 tips have been really powerful for me in learning to let go of that. So I really hope that you found it helpful. If you would like some support, I do offer a free discovery call. To get that, you can head over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com. There's a link in the show notes. Many thanks. I really hope that you found it helpful, and I'll see you next time. This video is for education only. It's not therapy or medical advice. If you're struggling, please speak with a licensed mental health professional.